Hi folks, I have another test here for a lithium cell. I'm going to test out the voltage on the cell here and see what kind of reading we're getting, making sure the connection ends here are reading the battery. It sure is, 3.76. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically pump through that little lithium cell from this boost pack, and the boost pack says 12 volts, 400 amps. So from my understanding, it's going to try and pump 400 amps into that little battery, or close to it, or whatever it can, I guess. So if we're going to have any kind of danger zone here, I'm pretty sure the results are going to show itself here within not too long a time, once I actually turn this little device on, the Genius Boost Pack, the GB30. So I'm going to push the button and let the process begin, and I'm going to stand away from it pretty quick, just in case. So we're going to test it out and see what happens. I know I'm hooked up here and here because I read it here. So the battery is telling me it's making contact through the clamps here. So now the next process is just to start this up and make sure I'm ready to back away. As soon as you see these lights turn on, that means it's starting to go. There it goes. Let's see what happens. Surely this should make that little lithium cell explode, catch fire, overheat, have a meltdown, something. Oh boy. Made some test videos prior to this one, and the results were negative. Nothing actually happened. So I took it a step further, and now I'm using this little boost pack that's supposed to start up an engine with a dead battery in it. And it works well. I've used it on a dead battery on an engine in the vehicle, and it actually works quite well. It brings that dead battery up enough that you can start up the vehicle, and so far absolutely nothing is happening to that lithium cell. I'm going to give it another short time here, let that little boost pack do its thing. There should be a fire igniting here real soon, I guess. So far nothing. Interesting. I'm probably half crazy making an attempt to approach this while that's still on. It's still on. Look at this green light flashing. I'm just going to turn it off and give it a minute. Stand back away from it, let it settle back down. I didn't want to get too close with the voltmeter there and try hooking it up and see what the cell was reading, because now I'm entering more than likely danger zone, and I'm not going to do that. Well, we should be okay now. I'll go back up to it, hook up the voltmeter, and see what happened to that cell. First off, I'm going to feel it, see what kind of warmth we have. Gently feel it. I don't feel anything. Well, let's see what it's reading. Actually, folks, if you go to my other videos, I had one of them where I reversed the polarity. This is the cell. This is the cell that I reversed the polarity. Now on this one, it's not reversed. It's normal. Positive is where positive is, and negative is where negative is. So I'm going to test it out here. Wow. There's just not a whole lot that's happened here. 3.78. Interesting. Interesting, alright, interesting. Let me give it another shot. I'll turn this back on. Lights are on. Activation's working. So let's see what's going to happen. It should be detecting that lithium cell and trying to bring it up to 12 volts. That's what the design of them are. When it reads a low voltage on an auto battery, that's exactly what it does. It brings that battery up in volts, so it enables you to start it, your vehicle. So that's what that should be doing to that lithium cell, but there's nothing happening. Nothing at all. Well, I'm going to call this pretty much nothing's going to happen. Maybe it'll blow up when I walk towards it, not sure. And the green light's on, telling me 100% there, so it's still working. Shut her down. Give it a quick readout here. It was up because now it's higher than it was. So, heat. No heat, zero heat. Wow. Anyhow, one more little test. Now what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to test this battery out, and I'm going to short circuit it and leave it short circuited and see what happens with that. So I'll be back with you. I'm going to get myself some cables to do that with.